Hello everybody. If you've been following me on Instagram, Lorino Knives, Lorino_knives, you will have seen all these, but you know, it's easier to post to Instagram faster, and so I end up using it more. Although lately I've been building a website lately. It's almost done. So I haven't been posting much on YouTube in the very recent past, but that is where I'm going to continue to post things the most frequently. So if you're interested, or if you use Instagram, again, Lorino_knives, check it out. Alright, I'm going to start from small to large. This first one is it was inspired by John Graham Sr. It's a hollow ground, kind of a chisel knife. This is one of my EDC type patterns, handle, and then I put a real basic chisel knife. That's what I call it anyway. This is completely square with this. Whoops, got a little schmoods on there. The steel is 80 CRV2, which I've been really impressed with. Sharpens real nice and easily. It is incredibly tough, and really been liking it. So this one has micarta liners. This is some flame maple that is really heavily flamed. Copper pins and tube. Hollow grind. Not sharpened yet. I originally was making this for myself, and I still might keep it, although I do really need the money. So if anyone's interested, this one is available. This is 0.187 thick, 80 CRV2 at 60 RC. And again, a really impressive steel. In my opinion. That's a chisel knife. Next up we got another pocket type fixed blade. Again in 80 CRV2. This is about 0.132 inches thick. I made a sheath for this one already, and this retention is strong enough to use as a neck sheath or a neck knife. There's no way it's coming out of there. Pops out good, as you can see. Clicks in good. This is set for large tech lock. I could add another hole for a G-clip. This one I believe is sold, but he hasn't paid yet, so if you're interested in this one, let me know. I started chamfering the lanyard tubes, which I think it's a simple thing to do, but it adds a real nice, you know, another dimension to it, if you will. This is some gold, I call it gold micarta. Hope there's a little bit of that's just compound. I go up to 120 grit and then use the buffing wheel, and it gives that nice shine there on the edges with some green compound, and you can see the compound still on there. That'll come off with a little alcohol or something. But this is some gold linen micarta I found. I believe it's kind of old, but I don't know. This one's sharpened already, quite thin, and it's a gold linen micarta with kind of a forest green liners, thick liners. This thing cuts really well. You get a good 4-finger grip. I think that's a really interesting color as well. And it gets notable, it gets darker. When you first finish it up, it's really yellowish. But then it darkens into this gold that I think is really kind of cool. This one has a hand rubbed satin. And this is a nice design actually that I really like. It's based off the one I'm going to show you next. Caffeine Junkie on he's on YouTube, or I don't know if he posts videos much anymore, but he's also on Instagram. He wanted it shrunk down a little bit, and so he gave me the dimensions. So it's a bit of a collaboration almost. Again, my design, but he wanted it shrunk down so he could put it in his pocket, and it's really good. It's a really good size for the pocket. He really nailed the dimensions, in my opinion, and I'm happy that he asked for it, because it's really nice in this size. You know, small enough to fit in a pocket. Again, 80 CRV2. About 0.132 thick at 60 RC. This one is, I believe, is sold, but he hasn't paid yet. So if you're interested, let me know and I'll keep you posted. So that design is based off of this design. This is the one I originally came up with, and again, he wanted it shrunk down to something he could put in his pocket. And this is the design I originally came up with. You know, real simple, good handle to blade ratio. This is 80 CRV2 again. Same thickness, 0.132 or thereabouts. They're all a little bit different. They all end up a little bit different. This one is natural canvas micarta with jade G10 liners. It almost ends up looking blue, but it is kind of transparent. And when it's bright out, you can see that more clearly. But it's a really cool effect. On this one, the pins are also jade green G10. There you can see a little bit of you get some different colors with this. It's really kind of cool. This one is available. I don't have the measurements. If I remember, I'll update the what is it? The description of the video with some measurements. This one isn't sharpened yet. I usually grind to about 0.01. Which in this steel is still incredibly tough. This stuff is really, I really like it. Sharpens really well, holds an edge respectably, and is incredibly tough. Sorry if you guys are hearing the cars around here. Pinch grip, good old pinch grip. You know, just a simple handle, which is, you know, I can do palm swells and all that, but I really personally prefer a simple handle without all the crazy contours. You know, I find it's just more useful in all different grips. Maybe not as flashy, but you know, my goal really is to make the most useful knife I can, while hopefully still having some flair. And when the website's finished, which it should be soon, there'll be a little bit of a blurb about, you know, kind of a mission statement. hand rub satin on this one as well. There you can kind of see the jade, what it does with when the light catches through it. And then when it's darker, it almost ends up looking blue, see? Pretty cool, I think. Next one, this is my take on a Nessmuck. This one is sold. Oop, let me wipe it down a little bit. So this is my take on a full-size Nessmuck. Excuse me. This one has bone linen micarta scales. Again, this is 80 CRV2 at 60 RC. Hand rub satin. This one has micarta liners. These are actually Westinghouse micarta from the 80s that I found. And it's got a really nice color, and I think it matches well with the bone linen. This one isn't sharpened yet. I think I'm going to make more of these and maybe a smaller size or even two smaller sizes. This one's fairly large. The handle on this one has a little more contouring, but it's really comfortable. It's nothing major, you know. A little bit of palm swell there, a little bit of the Coke bottle, but nothing extreme. And this one has again bone linen micarta, canvas micarta liners, linen micarta pins, which are actually older. I got these from the same place, and they have a little variation in color. I'm convinced micarta changes color with exposure to either sun or just the air. I'm not sure, but and here we got you can see a little bit of the grain in that nice linen micarta. This is some really nice micarta. I got it from where did I get this? I can't remember the name of the place, but it's they have some really nice micarta, really high quality. Copper tube there. Again, I started doing the chamfering, which looks really nice. It just adds another kind of a facet, you know, which I really like. And the grip on this, I mean, you can do some light chopping. Arlo, would you stop that? Stop. Some light chopping. It's about 20 thou, a little under 20 thou behind the edge. But the handle's no bigger than it has to be, but feels really good. I'm really happy with this, the feel of this. I mean, I don't think it could be any better. Pinch grip still. Comfortable in all grips. And this little bit of flare in the back helps if you wanted to do some light chopping. Obviously not a heavy chopper, but it's large enough you could do some light chopping. This is 0.187 inches thick. And this one is sold, but I figured I'd show it while I was making the video because I'm happy with how it came out. Let's see what I got. One more to show you. This is a basic chopper design, you know. Nothing extravagant. Pretty straightforward. Right around 16 inches. This has canvas micarta scales. A little bit of Coke bottle to this one. 1/4 inches thick. 1/4 inch thick. Brass pins and tubes. I put a front tube for a front lanyard and a rear. 1/4 inch tubes. Hand rub satin, which was a lot of fun to do. as I'm sure you can imagine. I only went up to 400 grit, so and this one is available actually as well. I'm quite happy with the performance of this one. I'm a terrible YouTuber. I should have recorded that, but I didn't. Again, real straightforward. Just a straightforward kind of a user, you know. My hope is that the people that buy my knives will use them, because that's really what I designed them for. You know, if you want them to look flashy, if you're just going to sit in the safe, I can understand them looking flashy. But if they're going to be used, which I hope they will, you know, clean, simple lines are best, in my opinion. You know, and yeah. So really happy with this one as well. Got a few more in 80 CRV2 to finish up, and then I'm trying to plan a friction folder run next. Haven't bought the steel for that yet, although I'd like to do that any day. I think I'm going to go, I haven't decided if I'm going to go with stainless or carbon. You know, if anyone wants to weigh in, please do. Arlo, what are you doing? He'll be a year old October 3rd, so he's growing up. He's becoming more and more of a pain in the ass. Aren't you? He still has his balls. I need to get those removed. But I was tempted to breed him one time with my... well, anyway. So yeah, love to hear what you guys think of the knives. If anyone's interested, please do contact me. Either comment in the video or email me at loreno.knives@gmail. And again, I have some of these designs. I have a couple left, so if you want something, you know, I can make something in the materials of your choice, if you so desire. And that's about it. So yeah, thoughts, you know, on the knives, or you know, any design critiques, or any, you know, all comments are welcome, and I'd love to hear them. So please don't hold back. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Oh yeah, Instagram. If you want to see things quickly, right as they're getting done, go to Instagram. Loreno_knives is my handle there. All right, guys, we'll see you.